So how does it work? Again, we go back to Bogart, age 35. He has a 2 million major critical illness coverage. So 2 million basic plan. Tapos nag-attach siya ng gender-specific cancer coverage. So that is 50% of his sum assured. So yan, si Bogart nabubuhay na matiwasay up to age 35. At age 80, biglang nagkaroon siya ng prostate cancer. The total amount that he will be given is 3 million. Why? Of course, the first 2 million is because of his major CI coverage. And he gets another 1 million because bilang lalaki si Bogart na nagkaroon siya ng prostate cancer, he will have another 1 million from his gender-specific cancer coverage. And of course, because naubos na yung face amount at saka yung coverage, the policy will terminate at that time. Next feature is the recovery benefit rider. So if attached, the client will receive 5 annual cash payouts equal to 10% of the major critical illness coverage as long as the client is alive. Naka-bold po yan. We will explain later. But the first payout happens 1 year after the major critical illness claim. How does it work? Again, going back to Bogart, 35, 2 million major CI, nag-attach ng recovery benefit. So in this case, si Bogart at age 35 got the ACP 100. At 55, he was insured with Alzheimer's disease. So makukuha na niya yung 2 million na major critical illness coverage. But in this case, hindi pa po magta-terminate yung policy. So after a year of being diagnosed with Alzheimer's, okay pa naman, buhay pa naman si Bogart. So for the next 5 years, he will get 200,000 each year or 10% of the major CI. So all in all po, kalahati po, 50% din po ito ng CI until maubos. And then that's when the coverage will fully terminate. Yan, ayan. Please note that first recovery benefit will be given after 1 year po from major CI claim. So pag buhay pa po si client after 1 year, saka po magsisimula yung kanyang CI claim. Next. Ano naman kung yun, same, na-diagnose siya ng Alzheimer's at age 55, so he gets his 2 million, si Bogart gets his 2 million. Unfortunately, he survives for a year. Nag-start na po yung kanyang recovery benefit. After 4 years of receiving the recovery benefit, unfortunately, namatay si Bogart. Yan. After claiming, yan, the payout of the recovery benefit will stop after the insured's death. So, kung saan lang po umabot. In this case, it was paid out 4 times. He gets 800,000, which is basically 10% of the 2 million each year. If he died at after year 2 of his recovery period, he will get 400,000, 600. Yun po. So just to clarify, hindi po ibibigay as a death benefit yung natitirang 200,000 or kung ano man yung natitira sa recovery benefit. Yan. Rider 3, of course, there's a waiver of premium for payers' death and disability benefit applicable only for juvenile policies. So how does it work? In this case, ito. So may anak si Bogart. Si Belinda na lang. So si Belinda is a 2-year-old child of Bogart. Kinuhanan ni Bogart ng ACP 100 with 2 million na critical illness coverage. And then si Bogart, and of course, as the policy owner, and the paying period is 20 years. So what will happen is this. So at age 2, kinuhanan si Belinda. At age 5 ni Belinda, or 3 years later, unfortunately, may nangyari kay Bogart, and Bogart dies. So For the remaining paying period, so in this case kasi 3 taon pa lang nagbabayad. For years 3 until the 20th year, waive na po lahat ng premiums. Policy would still be in force and the premium payment is waived. So wala na pong babayaran si Belinda or yung kung sino man po yung mag-handle ng policy after Bogart dies. Okay. Ayan, so again, a review. The attachable benefits for ACP 100 is a gender-specific cancer rider, the recovery benefit rider, and the payer's death or disability, rider, which waives the premiums. And the benefit, of course, for the client is that because of the more comprehensive benefit, it will help the client recover faster. Because may mga additional siyang sources of funds to cure him for his recovery, for his healing. Okay, before we go to the next feature, may question lang din dito. Pag nakuha na ng ACP previously but did not avail the optional benefits, pwede pa bang ihabol, revise ang ACP to add an optional benefits? So, hindi nakakapag-add or remove ng rider for ACP 100. So kung ano na siya nung kinuha, yun na po siya moving forward. Wait, let me double check that. Pero yun yung nabasa ko about it. Wait.
Tsaka in general, di ba, we cannot add unless it's a regular pay.
Yes.
And tapos usually during the first year lang pwede. Yun. So most likely dito rin sa ACP ganun.
Ayan. So ayan, confirmed. Following changes cannot and shall not be allowed for ACP 100. Number 1 is that you cannot change plan. You cannot change it to any other plan. You cannot change the payment term. We cannot add a rider, and we cannot increase or decrease the base amount. So we need to if you want to upgrade, we get a new ACP 100. What if my contingency owner si Bogart for Belinda? That's okay because yung contingency owner, siya po yung magmamana nung ownership, pagbabayad pagbabayad ng premium, yung administration. So kung may change in beneficiary, mga ganong klaseng changes, siya pwedeng mag-enact nun. Although naka-enforce na yung waiver of premium PBDD because andun yun sa life nung payer owner ni Bogart. So si Baby, yung wife ni Bogart na pwedeng contingency owner, siya na lang yung mag-enact nung mga administrative decisions like kung reinstatement or kung kailangan ng claim or kung may change in beneficiaries, yun yung pwede niyang gawin. Kapag minor insured, need ba ng contingency owner lagay lagi sa application? Yes po, it is advisable to put a contingency owner because hindi po diretso na yung ownership will go to the insured. Especially pag may minor ang insured, mas mabusisi pa yan kung transfer of ownership kasi, for example, kailangan pa ng mga affidavit, ganyan, hindi pa pwedeng pumirma yung minor for any legal documents. So please, yun din, thank you for that, Zeng. When selling ACP 100, tapos ang insured ay minor, encourage the owners, the policy owner to put in also contingent owner. Yan, so buo na yung family ni Bogart, Baby, and Belinda. Yan po, triple B po tayo. Yan, thank you for the questions. Kasi yung mga questions po, sige po, ibato nyo lang kasi usually dyan po mas nako-cover yung mga na-encounter natin on the field. And another feature, of course, is the vitality component of ACP 100. So for ACP 100, mandatory po ang Film Vitality upon issuance. And of course, ang effect po nito for the plan is yung for ACP 100, rin po to coverage boost. So the first year of coverage, meron po siyang 20% na coverage boost. Ayan, baka para sa inyo, bago po itong boses na to. So ngayon din po, meron din pong announcement ang barangay hall namin na maririnig ninyo, aside from sa magtataho. Ayan. For Film Vitality, again, it can go up to 50% yung coverage boost for all coverages. And it can, of course, pag nag-zero naman, kung bronze tayo lagi sa ating yearly vitality, it cannot go below 0% yung ating coverage boost. Yan. Okay, so before we go to our next product, are there any more questions? Magkapit-bahay daw kami ni Nap. Sige Nap, mamaya may message kita kung tagasan ka. Makikikain ako ng lunch. Any questions regarding ACP? From Miss Myra, if minor insured po, wala vitality. If ever mag-18 na, pwede add on. So, ayan. For vitality, tama si Miss Myra. Pag minor, syempre, wala pa pong film vitality. Pwede lang at age 18 kasi ang vitality. But, in this case, hindi siya pwedeng i-add on to the plan na ibig sabihin is magkakaroon din ng coverage boost pag 18 years old na yung bata. Ano po siya? Para magiging stand-alone yung vitality ng bata. Yun. Question ni Otello, what's the best selling position for this product?
Let me help doon, Red.
Yeah.
Sige, so maraming ways, no? Tinanong niya kanina anong age group eh. That's a good question actually. Ang sagot ko nga kanina, in all ages maganda to. So, pag minor siya, sobrang mura niya. Yung selling point niya pag 0 to 18 years old, sobrang mura niya. Like even presented like 1,000 a month. 'Di ba? Kasi as low as 12,000 a year to, wala pang vitality ganun. So yun ang selling point pag bata. Kapag naman 19 and above, let's say 19 to 40 years old, even 50 years old, yun nga, mura pa rin siya kasi nga para siyang 1,000 for every age mo. 1,000 a year for every yung age mo. No? Kunyari ako 34, nasa 30,000 lang a year yung ano ko eh, yung ACP ko sa akin. So pag 50 ka, alam mo na kagad baka 50,000. Madali kang computein eh. No, pag nagbebenta ka nito ng marami. So sa 20-year plan yun. Tapos even like nag-56 na si client, 56 to 65 kasi is only 10 pay. So yun medyo mabigat no, 100,000. Pero still better. Bakit? Kasi pag kumuha ka at age 65, even at age 65, it still covers you for 35 years. Unlike some other plans, let's say, kunyari AHIP, Health Invest, kumuha ka at age 65 kasi mga kliyente akong ganun, age 60 for example, hanggang age 75 na lang yung critical illness. So you really paid for something, tapos saglit lang yung coverage niya sa'yo. Eh di ba kapag, kunyari kapag age 60 ka, wala kang critical illness, actually mababa na yung chance magkaroon ka ng critical illness ng beyond 75. Tingin ko lang kasi you stayed healthy eh. Baka tama yung lifestyle and etc. No, so may disadvantage ba if ACP ang only planning policy ni client? Oh, that's a good question. Yes, of course. Kasi nga pag nagkaroon ka ng critical illness, wala ka ng life insurance. So paano yung yung other yung beneficiaries mo, di ba? Again, 10 times our annual income should be our life insurance and 5 times our annual income should be our health insurance. So hindi enough ang ACP. Another way to position this is, and like a lot of you have sold noong 2019 tayo, di ba? This is a top-up plan to most of our plans. Kung merong AHIP, magandang pangdagdag sa ACP. Kung merong Sun Life Fit and Well, kung ano man, yung meron sila, pangdagdag siya eh. So it shouldn't actually be a comparison to other plans. Kasi wala namang i-add up to age 100 eh. Kahit FW set for life, up to age 75 lang yan. So this is something that can really, ilan lang ang kalaban niya. Siguro ang tatalo lang dito will be access, global health access, tsaka yung alliance. No? Pero it's not also also a life insurance plan. It's a health insurance plan. Parang Pacific Cross ang dating. No? So yun, kumbaga, kaya sobrang gandang ibenta ng ACP because it's a complementary plan to most, if not all, policies. So if you will ask me what's the selling position, every Filipino should have this. No, ako yun lang yung position ko dito. Nakamute ka.
Sorry, thank you for that reminder. May disadvantage ba if ACP 100 ang only policy ni client? In my opinion, yes, because of course it doesn't una baka kulang yung coverage. And then pag nagkaroon ng mga life changes si client, magkaroon ng additional na anak, baka kulang na yung amount. And then of course it doesn't answer the other financial needs of the client. It's a good starter plan, and sabi nga ni DJ, it's also a good supplemental plan. But if it's the only plan, it's good. Ang disadvantage lang is baka kulang.
Magandang topic yan sa next YouTube video ko. Dadami na naman yung benta ng ibang product. Pero
yan. Personally, I bought it for up to 100-year-old coverage. Mas mataas kasi chance ng sakit. That's true. Yan. Ayun. So yes, Miss Jean, that adds to the concept na kulang kasi. Baka kulang because it doesn't have any accident coverage. Of course, if the client dies because of an accident, nandun pa rin naman yung si Bogart, kung na-aksidente, nandun pa rin 2 million. But wala na yung of course wala na yung medical reimbursement, wala na yung dismemberment. Of course, in the case of dismemberment, makukuha na rin niya yung major CI. But yun. So again, I feel it's a good plan. Its only disadvantage is baka kulang for a particular client. Again, di ba, our clients naman, they grow, and I hope that we grow with them so that we will be able to provide their needs as they move forward in life. Ayan. So, ayan, before